All right, we're back.
It's
Another
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Lawn crews outside making
Yeah, I
all
know.
kind of noise. So if you hear like woo in the
Yeah.
background, that's what that is.
Yeah, that's the lawn mower out there.
Not our lawn crew.
No.
It's the neighborhood's lawn crew.
Yeah.
Doing like the back stuff.
So what's on the list for today?
You know what? Okay. So all I've been doing today, I've been working on my book, Faceless Villain 4, which you guys should know, which is going to be like unsolved murders from 2000 to 2019. So I'm hoping to have that out by the end of the year. So I've been working on that a little bit at a time. I was writing about I'm writing about cases in 2001. And I was reading about a case this morning that was like an 18-year-old girl. She had her own apartment, and it was Super Bowl Sunday, 2001, January 28th, which is also my brother's birthday, matter of fact. She was supposed to go over and hang out with her mom and her sister, and they were going to watch the game and stuff, and they kept calling her, and she wouldn't pick up. And they thought maybe she just went to watch the game with her friends or whatever. Then her mom was like, okay, well, where is she? And then they went to the house the next day, and somebody just fucking stabbed her to death.
Damn, how long she been laying dead there?
A day.
Damn.
And the police, in the 20 years since the crime has been committed, not one single suspect. They have no idea if it was somebody that knew her or somebody. And it was the middle of the day. Somebody just stabbed her. There was nothing stolen, nothing. They said it happened between noon and 3 o'clock, and she lived in like a high-rise apartment building. There was like other people, and nobody saw a goddamn thing.
Must have been an attempted rape.
Well, they say that's the thing. It's like the police are not disclosing whether she was raped or not, which sometimes they will do if they have like a person of interest in mind and there was like a particular thing that was done and they want to keep that from the public so
That's something like that happened.
Yeah, so that they can like, winnow out people that do false confessions and stuff. But I was just like, just somebody wanders into somebody's apartment in the fucking middle of the... She had a dog and everything.
Yeah, people do that.
It's crazy. Crazy case, but
it's crazy, but it's not unusual. They're doing that.
They still don't
go back to all those cases that we talk about.
Yeah,
sometimes it's just random motherfucker just walks in.
Yeah, and they still don't know if it was somebody that knew her or just some stranger that happened to be wandering around or somebody that stalked her, like because she worked at the mall or whatever. But I don't know. It was like really.
It was
creepy.
Somebody who knew where she was. It wasn't totally random.
Yeah, it's usually not. And usually like something in the middle of the day like that. That just seems really weird.
Even BTK, he'd be watching them. He knew where they were.
Yeah, well, and the thing too, it's like I finished reading that book about BTK, and I'm still putting up the quotes every Wednesday. If you guys saw that on Instagram today, but he said that even though like he's like, yeah, serial killers, why do they stop and stuff? He's like, I never stopped. I just didn't do any murders in that time. He was stalking people that whole time.
Man,
he had projects going. That's what he called them, PJs, projects. And
just never pulled the trigger on.
And he named them and everything. Like he would have project whatever, like the street name or whatever kind of car she had or something like that. And he would stalk them sometimes for like weeks and stuff. And he would like fantasize about how he was going to get in, and he would, and then he would just never get around to it for whatever reason. Right. But he said he never stopped like stalking.
Sounds
people.
like he was addicted more to the fantasy than actual.
He
doing
did seem like a very fantasy prone person. I mean, because some of the shit that he says in that book. I mean, he must have had like a really active fantasy, and it wasn't all about like murders and stuff either. Like sometimes he would just have these entire like he would just see this random woman and he would build an entire fantasy about him like meeting her, and then like he was going to like meet her family, and they were going to upstate New York and they were going to have Christmas there, and he would, and he would like decorate the whole house and all this. I'm like,
damn, that's
batshit insane.
Yeah.
And I'm a writer. I have to imagine stuff all the time, but it's like I don't do it to that extent.
Weird shit.
That's like fucking crazy.
Had some kind of escapist personality where he didn't what he was doing in real life wasn't good enough. He had to have alternate lives.
Yeah, it definitely did seem like that.
That way he would have more lives.
Yeah.
More stuff going on than other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely
That's
had,
how I'm imagining
he
it.
had like whole worlds going on in his fucking head. It's just like some of the shit that he says, it's just like...
And he's master of all those worlds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was like a big part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so... Oh, another thing too, speaking of writers, this is really weird that I didn't know this because I'm kind of like into horror and I'm into Stephen King and everything. I didn't know that on Stephen King's website, he has a program thing called Dollar Babies. And you can buy, if you're a student filmmaker, you can buy the rights to one of his short stories that he has listed there for $1, and you can make a short film out of it.
Huh.
As long as you don't, like, obviously, it's just, it's going to, like, make a fucking, $30 million movie. You can't do that. But he's saying as long as it's, like, a student film and it's, like, you're not, like, making profit off or anything. It's first film students.
Yeah, like a fan film.
Yeah, so you can actually just buy the rights for $1. You have a contract and everything like that. You can do that, and they have he has like a big list of stories. A lot of them are from Night Shift, and some like the older stories. Like, because I recognized a whole bunch of them, like The Man Who Would Not Shake Hands, and The Woman in the Room, and Last Rung on the Ladder, which I really like that story. It's not really a horror story per se, I guess. It's kind of more of a suspense or drama, but I always really liked it. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. It's just, I don't know why I never knew that, but I was watching the guys on Bloodbath and Beyond earlier, like I was watching a movie review of theirs, and they mentioned it offhand. Like, because they were talking about some movie that struck them as very Stephen King-like, and they said, oh, I wonder if this was one of those dollar babies. And I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
So I had to go look it up. And then I was like, surprised. I'm like, well, shit, man, now I wish I knew how to make movies so I could make like a movie. Although, to be honest, if I wanted to make a movie, I could just make one out of my own story. Or you can make one out of a story that was in the public domain, because there's a lot of good ones.
You got too many of your own that are good enough.
You think?
I think so. That one zombie one I liked. The zombie cannibals.
I think that would make a good...
Yeah.
That's actually going to be on the Witching Hour show tomorrow.
Okay.
I read it.
All right, yeah.
So...
That'd be a good one. I like that one.
Yeah. But, so there you go. Little preview there. If you like zombie stories, that's what's going... I think that's what's going up tomorrow. Pretty sure. I got a calendar over there where I try to keep track of everything, but I still forget because so many things to keep up with. What else, what have you got going on today,
Nothing at all.
Thomas?
Boring.
It's a boring Wednesday.
And sleepy. Boring and fucking sleepy.
You woke up early. You went for a walk with me
know.
this morning. He hardly ever does that.
Yeah.
Because usually I get up and go and get back and make coffee and clean the kitchen up before you
Fucking
get up.
boring and sleepy. Now this week for the main show, we're doing the Strongman.
No.
What are we doing?
We can do it the week after that.
Okay, what are we doing this one coming up?
Atlanta Child Murders.
Okay. All right.
Which is probably a good time to do this one because I think HBO just has had a
That's
streaming
one case
series about
or several cases.
It's one case.
Yeah, I know it's I know which one you're talking about. The DJ guy.
Yeah, they did it on Mindhunter.
What's his name again?
Wayne Williams.
Wayne Williams, that's right.
And like I said, HBO somebody just requested it, and then I found out that HBO had done like a docuseries about it that they had just put up that's streaming. So I figured it was a good time to do that one. I was surprised we hadn't done that one yet. And then I'm sitting there, did we do it? And I'm like, maybe I'm just thinking about because we saw it on Mindhunter.
Yeah.
I guess that's why that I thought we had
We haven't gotten around to it because there were so many other requests.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like I have so many.
It's getting to the point to where, man, the true crime shit's getting oppressive, man. We need to get back to it, to some of the paranormal
Well, we
stuff.
just did a paranormal one, though. I mean, I was going to do a true crime one, and then if you want to do the Strongman, we can
There's
do
some
it the
UFO
week.
shit I want to talk
the week
about.
after that.
I wouldn't even mind talking about Bob Lazar, getting down to the bottom of that shit.
He's on the list somewhere, too.
Yeah.
I can put him, like I said, I like to kind
do
of...
a whole story about Bob.
Yeah, I like to kind of do true crime and then do something else, but that doesn't always work out because we have so many true crime requests, but if you want to start doing that, we can do that again. Yeah. We have to start thinking of something to do for the 200th show, too, because we only have, 6 weeks left. What are we going to do? We already do, super long shows without meaning to. So it's not like we can do, super long show, but it'd be big deal. It's the same as usual. What should we do?
Some of that global conspiracy thing about New World Order and the Illuminati and all that, maybe.
That's been on the list for a long time. Knights
been
Templar,
on the list.
Illuminati, all that.
Which
reptilians. Can we talk about reptilians, please?
That guy, yeah. That guy.
That just amuses the shit out of me. It's like, you know what I mean? How would I do reptilians?
What's that guy's name again?
David Icke or Ike or however, I don't know how you pronounce it. It looks
Icky.
like Icky.
I think it's David Icke, I think.
I've heard it pronounced 6 different ways at least.
It's fucking bad.
And I can't listen to him long enough to get him to say his own name. So
they're actually reptiles. Yeah.
It's true.
You got that from V.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Had to be.
That's what he just saw that once and forgot that he saw it, and then he thought of that. He thought of that. He thought of it.
Yeah.
And that it was real. He thought that shit was a documentary. It's true though. I'm a reptilian.
Yeah.
If I knew how to do special effects, I would make like scales.
He remembers it
right
because
everybody would blow. It would blow everyone's mind.
He remembers it because that was back in the 80s, and they had this hot blonde chick, and there's this one fucking scene where she's in that red leather alien outfit, and she pulls her jaw out and swallows a big mouse.
I remember that. That's a very famous scene. I remember that one too, and I didn't even watch that show with any regularity.
He remembers that, and so it became Reptilian from there on out.
Yeah, see, that's what, as soon as I knew about that guy, I don't even remember how I first heard about that guy, but I was like, really? Somebody actually believes that? Okay. But, but that was the first thing I thought when I thought of it. It's like, did he think V was a documentary or what?
It's not that different from They Live, too. It's a similar concept.
That's also very similar. Although I guess, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's pretty similar. They're not, because the ones in They Live aren't really reptilian. They're just kind of, they look like they don't have any skin.
They were aliens.
Yeah, I know. They look like people turned inside out.
Right.
I always liked the makeup in that, though.
Yeah, cheesy.
It's cheesy, but I like it.
It was supposed to be 1950s looking, and it was.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. They were going for that aesthetic.
You're right.
Because, John Carpenter was, like, really into, like, 50s monster movies.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 50s flying saucer UFO movies.
It looks like, well, they did the same thing with Mars Attacks, except with much more self-awareness, or I guess would be the word for it. But, yeah, so you didn't, there's nothing else you want to talk about?
I'm sleepy.
Already? It's only, we're recording this at 3:25 in the afternoon.
She's fucking with me, man.
I woke up at...
I woke up before you did.
I woke up at 5:45.
Yeah. Cat kept waking me up.
What was her problem?
I don't know.
Did she run out of treats or something?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Oh, okay.
She kept beating on the damn shades.
Yeah.
And it's right next to my head.
Yeah.
And I go, what? And then she fucking runs away. And I go back to sleep, and then I hear, she's beating on the damn shades again. What? She runs. And Jenny's like, check her bowl. Maybe she doesn't have any food. And I looked over there because I keep a little plate near the bed on the other side of the nightstand. And I looked on the other side of the nightstand. There they are. The plate was empty. So I gave her some cat treats.
Yeah,
gave her some kitty crack. Those
well,
temptations.
because she's usually...
those little temptations. They come in a fucking square box. Everybody knows.
Man, she loves
Everybody knows that that's kitty crack. They can't stand it.
Well, that's why that commercial like cracked me up, where they like are getting the, and I've only seen it a couple of times, but they'll like, he's throwing the temptations like off the second floor balcony, and the cat's like flying up there to get him and stuff, and I'm like,
yeah, they do that.
Accurate.
There's something. I
don't know what's in those.
Something illegal's in that shit.
I've gotten other kinds of treats. Like I got some of those ones at Aldi, and like I got some.
It's not the same.
I ordered some from Chewy that were like a different brand and stuff.
Nope.
They'll eat them, but they're just kind of like not much enthusiasm.
After about 10 of them, they're like meh. There's just something.
But for some reason, the Temptations, we get like those big ones that are like $8 or whatever, and it's like you shake that shit, and they're like, "What? Where? Oh.
Yeah, and they don't
like
care.
They're like junkies,
and they don't care about what flavor they are. They're all
not
good.
Really.
So they've got some kind of an ingredient in there that cats just fucking can't stand it. They just tear it up.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know. You got to look in the back.
It's probably
something, a secret ingredient.
That's what I'm saying. It's probably like some kind of corporate.
It's probably
secret.
some
like they don't want they don't want all their competitors knowing what the.
It's probably some kind of chemical that has a certain smell that makes them want to eat it, because they don't have much of a taste buds.
Yeah.
But they have a really good sense of smell. A lot of people don't know it, but cats have a better sense of smell than dogs.
Jackson Galaxy told me that.
Yeah. So it must be something that's really stinky to them, but not to us.
Maybe something that smells like old dirty feet.
Yeah.
Because Pooky, for real, she loves feet.
Yeah.
Clean, dirty, she doesn't care.
If it doesn't stink, she doesn't like it.
Yeah, she's super into stinky
stuff. She'll only eat fish-flavored canned food.
Yeah. Or turkey with cheese.
It's got to have that cheese. It's
got to have cheese in it.
It's got to be musty and stinky.
If it's any other like flavor, like she'll like beef or something, she'll kind of eat it reluctantly. She'll kind of lick it, and then she'll be like,
I poured a little pile of Parmesan cheese down on a plate one time, and she ate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that stinks.
Yeah, they like stinky things. Yeah. But I was going to say, I mean, Pooky doesn't... She usually knows better than... I mean, if it's still dark in the room, she usually knows better than to, like, make a whole bunch of noise. I mean, sometimes she'll jump up on your chest, like, because she wants to snuggle or whatever. But it's like, if she starts banging on that fucking shade...
Yeah.
And it's dark in the room, that usually means she's out of food and she's not happy about it.
We're talking about the cat. We got to go.
What's wrong with that?
Because these people don't want to hear that.
Yeah, they do. Everybody loves Pooky.
All right.
All right, so have a good rest of your Wednesday, and we'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.